is locked. Rotate device back. What does that mean?
We're sideways.
We are sideways. Why are we sideways? Google.
We're sideways.
We are sideways.
If you guys
Why
can
are we
hear us,
sideways?
just
Google.
give us a second to figure it out.
Yeah, hang on.
We're sideways.
We are sideways.
If you guys can
Why are
hear
we
us,
sideways?
just
Google.
give us a second to figure it out.
We also have echo. Okay, sorry about that.
That's hilarious.
Technical difficulties.
We're super professional at this, guys.
Yeah. This is lame.
You guys, it's not you, it's us. Are we just gonna have to do the live like that?
Yeah, but this is not cool.
Yeah.
Hang on.
Can you guys hear us?
No.
Okay.
How do we rotate this? Can I pause this?
So, can you guys hear us now? We're obviously having technical difficulties here. Trying to
Yeah, trying.
get the show going.
I guess you're gonna have to scoot in a little.
Okay. It's gonna be a tight shot here. Okay.
Okay, so you can hear me fine. Oh yeah, I gotta turn this off.
Okay. So we've got some of our technical difficulties figured out here. We do apologize. We're not used to doing these lives.
Yeah. For some reason, it started vertically.
Yeah. So we're just gonna go with it. I love all the faces out there in the live chat. Hi guys. First thing first, happy birthday, Jackie.
Happy birthday, Jackie.
It would be awesome to see you while we're in Minnesota. And looks like Carrie and Dave from One Adventure at a Time, you guys are in there too. If you guys don't watch their channel, you should. And they're doing a different, actually, we'll talk about it in a little bit. But stay tuned on that. We have something to say about them. Oh my gosh, Adventure to Anywhere, Lisa, Cheryl, Carolyn.
Okay, I'm gonna tilt down a little bit.
There. I think I saw Nick in there. Thank you guys so much for showing up. That's amazing. So it's almost like we planned this, Jackie. This is just a happy birthday event for you. Okay, well, now that we have a bunch of cool kids here, I guess we can get started. You're probably wondering where we are.
So am I.
And this background does not look like an SUV that we've been living in for the last week. This is a hotel room. We are back at the Crookston Inn. We're doing the sugar beet harvest in Minnesota. And
ready to drop some more beats.
Yes, we are ready for all the beat dad jokes to be dropped. So if you have any beat jokes, now is the time. Get them out of your system. We might use them for material later.
Yeah. Yeah. Let us know what kind of beat jokes you got. How close are us to Austin? Austin, Texas? Pretty far.
Yeah. Unless is there an Austin, Minnesota?
I don't know. Oh, Austin, Minnesota. I don't know where
Oh,
Austin, Minnesota is.
so we're in a town called Crookston.
Where's your map? Liz has
Yeah.
her apps on her phone just
I
everywhere.
just have them where they fall. I'm not super organized on my phone.
Austin, Minnesota is 6 hours away.
Yeah, which is about how far Jackie is.
Yeah.
Jackie probably knows where Austin is.
Oh, yeah, she just said.
Oh, it's down by, okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, down by Jackie. Um, yeah, so we have been spending the last 7 days traveling from Washington to here, and we decided to take a route we hadn't taken yet.
We also decided to take a car we hadn't taken yet.
In the car, we did end up with Goat.
We did.
Our tiny SUV we built out, and I know a lot of you are concerned about our well-being.
And honestly, it was a little difficult at first, but I mean, day 2, day 3, we got used to Goat, and now it's just like being an Opal, but smaller.
Yeah. The only issue is like getting in and out is a little bit of a pain.
Yeah.
It's a lot of a pain.
Because you don't want to get your feet on the bed,
Mm-hmm.
and
Oh, and the car alarm issue.
oh yeah, and I don't have a key fob for it right now. I have to get a key fob because that's the only way that I can turn off the car alarm. So when we're in the back and we try and get out of Goat, the as soon as you hit the unlock, the horn starts honking, and when you're in a campground around people, that's really annoying.
Yes.
And actually, like if I have to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night and she's asleep and I set the car alarm off, that's kind of annoying too.
It's very startling
Yeah.
and not good for neighbors if you have them. Fortunately, we've avoided neighbors the whole trip here.
Oh no, we had a nice couple.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
Yeah, true. But we didn't set the alarm off that
that's
time.
true. We didn't.
Yeah. So we took a different route coming here. We wanted to go as far north as we could. And we
Well,
we took Highway
did go to
20.
Canada.
Yeah, we didn't go to Canada, but like as far north as we could without leaving the country, while still making our journey east. So we took Highway 20.
Yeah.
And
so Carolyn says disconnect the hood sensor. It's actually like this mumbo jumbo of like opening the door, closing the door, holding buttons and stuff like that. And there's not just a fuse for the alarm. There's a way to do it.
it's kind of funny. It reminds me of that like Bop It toy. Like twist it, bop it.
Yeah, because it literally is like turn the ignition key 3 times, open and close the driver door 3 times. Yeah. So Nick, it is Goat, the name for our SUV. It's our mountain goat, and she's done quite well. She has a couple of quirks like Opal did with her dash lights when we were leaving, but they've all worked themselves out.
Yeah. Hi, Super Dave. Thank you so much for the camera lenses.
Yes, thank you.
That made Charlie's day. So we have a viewer here, Dave, who awesomely is sending over some camera lenses to Charlie.
Yeah.
Out of the
Thank you for
kindness of
that.
his heart. That is so huge. So thank you.
Yeah. Carolyn has asked how many miles on Goat. 142,000. So not much for a Toyota.
Yeah, and it's been very dependable. We bought Goat for $2,000 a couple years back.
Yeah.
And just couldn't get rid of it because we had such a good deal on it.
Yeah.
So
yeah, when we bought Goat a couple years back, I was looking at comparables, and yeah, I saw that too. Don't beat yourself up before waking everybody up. So yeah, when we bought Goat, the comparables were like 6 and 7 for amount of miles on the vehicle as well, and getting her for $2,000 was great.
yeah, it's an awesome deal.
Yeah, they're already waiting for us at the PO.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Awesome. Yep.
Thank you.
We'll be able to get that in about a month and a half.
Yeah, something like that.
So, gosh, thank you so much, Dave.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways, we tried going a different route on the way. So we have our videos. What was our last video? We were backpacking in Washington.
Yeah, it was right before
Oh
we
yeah,
left.
where I caught that giant like 6-foot fish.
Yeah, it was like it was
so big.
Yeah, 27-foot fish.
27. That's more like it. So that video is our last video before we left, and so everything else is just going to be our adventure to get here to the beet harvest. So we're a week behind on time, but we filmed a ton of videos on the way here. So Charlie,
I haven't even edited one of those yet, so that's why we're live today.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm sure, Dave and Carrie are here for work. They're one adventure at a time. And they're doing a different kind of harvest than we are. So definitely subscribe to their channel so you can see what's coming for them. It's super exciting. We can't wait to hear about it.
Yeah.
But they're kind of in the same boat with editing. Like, we've got to work these, long days, and Charlie's got to get these videos edited. He does the brunt of the labor over here. So yeah, that can be rough.
Reading comments.
Yeah.
That's what the pausing is.
Lisa, you got your Toyota Celica for $300.
Drove it for
and
7 years.
For 7 years. Wow. At most $1,200 in maintenance in 7 years.
That's nice.
All right, let's cross our fingers that GOAT can be just as reliable. That's awesome.
So let's see what else.
And one more from Nick. Nick at City Rock Hounding. I have to catch up on your videos. Been so busy and tired lately. We are all getting over being sick too. I'm still recovering. That sucks, you guys. And you're busy with your horse farm and everything. So hope you get better soon. Yeah. Another great channel to check out there.
They're just cracking the beat jokes left and right.
Thanks, guys. Editing has been beating me up.
I'm gonna be beat trying to get all these videos edited and out and scheduled on time.
So beat.
Yeah.
And I made a list of other points.
It's right here.
Okay.
I know it's small.
We have I'm sorry you guys, but we have this very huge, almost would you say life-changing announcement?
I mean, yeah, it's pretty big.
It's pretty big. But we can't give it away right now, which I know that's so annoying. But we will be announcing it on Patreon very soon. So Patreon members, hang tight. We have that coming, along with, I brought a bunch of rocks with me to fill a giveaway. So I'm going to be spinning the wheel on that one soon. So yeah, lots of things in store for you guys. And you guys will hear it first. Oh, Rocks for Sobriety. Yeah. Hi, Nick. How's it going?
How's it going?
Thanks for joining.
Let's see. How is GOAT working out? We kind of touched on that. It's working out good. Definitely got a few places that we probably would have taken a lot longer to get to in Opal, if not. Actually, we've gotten a few places that we wouldn't have gotten in Opal. Yeah. But you guys will see those videos.
Yeah, they're coming. I am glad we took this vehicle because we're getting 7 more miles to the gallon.
Yeah, we're still trying to figure out exactly how many miles to the gallon we're getting because we've got a lot of weight in it.
Yeah.
But it's well worth it so far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been totally awesome. Jackie, are you guys finally adopting me? Jackie, we have already adopted you in our hearts and you belong to us. You're not going anywhere. So there you have it. I mean, do we need to write up a document? They'll sign it. Just send it over.
Oh, one of the things, the first comment we had on here was Mary said, think if you got a small trailer and built it out for sleeping and sitting a camp with fiberglass. So we actually considered a trailer, and a lot of the roads we go on, it would be really tough to back a trailer out if we got into a sticky situation, and we're always getting into sticky situations.
Yeah, always.
You'll see in some of the future videos some of the situations we got in. Oh,
Yeah.
and on that note, Goat is not 4-wheel drive. Goat is only 2-wheel drive. If we had 4-wheel drive, we'd probably get in a little more trouble.
Yeah.
Or
And
out of more trouble. I don't know.
yeah, I don't know. But I think the most important thing is having the clearance and the power over 4-wheel drive.
Yeah.
From the situations we've been in.
Yeah. And 4-wheel drive would give me too much confidence too.
Yeah.
Uh,
And one more thing to maintain.
what size is our roof rack? Our roof rack is the Thule. I think it's the XL. It's one of the biggest ones you can buy. And then the actual rack that we put on Goat, the crossbars, was like $80 on Amazon, and almost broke when I put it on. I had to like kind of finagle it to get it to work. It was like 42 inches across, but the actual roof rack container is I'll look it up while we're talking.
Well, he's looking it up. I just saw a comment from Mo and Jen. It looks like Mark's getting ready to go to work. So hi, Mark.
Hi, Mark.
Hi, Jen. Hello, whole family. We love you guys. Hope everything's going well in Ohio. And Mark, I hope you're quitting your job today.
Yeah.
And hitting the road in your beautiful van.
Yeah, you guys need to do that.
Yeah. So let me know how that goes. Quitting your job. Oh, Geo Cracker and Collector. Thanks for coming on. Your name's Rod. Yeah. And Rod likes to party.
So our roof rack is
Hi,
the
Clayton. We miss you.
Thule Force XL roof box, and it's 500 liters or 30,511 cubic inches. That's a lot. 6 foot, 10.75 inches long, 33.75 inches wide, and 17 inches high, and weighs 47 pounds. Empty. Now it weighs like 100 pounds.
Yeah. So let's see, what else did we want to talk about? Oh, we talked about how Goat is working out. Pretty awesome so far. I guess we can jump into our Q&A. So we had asked for questions for this live over on Facebook and Instagram. Our Facebook party or our Facebook people are a little more active, I guess. So we got all of our questions over there and none over at Instagram.
Did you post a Q&A on YouTube community page?
No, I didn't. I should have.
Our social media manager forgot to post a Q&A on YouTube. But you guys are all right here in the comments, so or in the chat, so we can definitely answer those questions. But let's answer these ones first. So
Sure.
Alice Miller asks, what made you both of you become vegetarians?
That's a good question. And
how long have we been vegetarian?
Like 15 years.
No, more than that. We
No,
said
more
15
than that.
years a couple of years ago.
I was, let's see. Yeah, 15 years.
Oh, okay.
15 years.
It seems longer.
So it kind of started, I had cancer at 25. Some of you guys know this. I had uterine cancer, and they were able to get it with surgery. I'm fine now. But yeah, so after that, I learned I had this thing called Lynch syndrome, which makes me more prone to different types of cancer, blah, blah, blah. And then one of the huge things is colon cancer. So we found out that it's good to not eat meat if you're prone to colon cancer. So we just kind of cut that out and haven't really looked back. We still eat fish. And we've cut out eggs at times, and
We've cut out dairy at times.
we cut out dairy for the most part. He has an allergy to dairy, but we have been eating a little bit more of it lately. But just out of convenience, because it's hard to find dairy-free stuff.
Yeah. And I just do it to support her, because how hard is it to like eat a different meal than
Yeah,
each other every night? Like
I
I don't want to
wouldn't
cook 2 different meals.
I wouldn't be able to if you didn't.
Yeah, it would be
Yeah.
very difficult for her to do it too.
So I've been very fortunate that he's been so supportive, especially, I mean, we both like to eat and like to cut out meat from a meat eater's diet. That's a huge thing.
Yeah.
But 15 years strong.
Where do you get your protein?
Did somebody else?
No,
Oh.
that's like the number one question we always get. There's protein in a lot of things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It might come back to that is like, do you ask somebody eating a Big Mac, where do you get your vitamin C?
Yeah.
I mean,
okay, and then we got another question here. Do you guys ever get scared while camping? Cheryl asks us that. Do you get scared while camping?
yes. So the times, so we don't have a bathroom on board, so like
Where would we put it?
going to, well, we have it in the topper. We do have it on board. We just can't use it on board. So if I have to go outside at night, I usually have Charlie go with me. I guess they call that being afraid of the dark, but I never really considered myself to be afraid of the dark, but it's kind of scary to go out and go potty when it's dark out.
Yeah.
So, but other than that, no. I mean, we've had moments where sketchy people have showed up to camp, and
people are the things we're most afraid of.
Yeah.
Which is understandable, of course. I do, I have an overactive imagination at times, and like I'll hear noises in the woods, and yeah, afraid of what might come out of the dark. Yes, that's about it.
Yeah, you kind of nailed it with the overactive imagination.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I guess that's what a lot of fear is your imagination.
Well, there's genuine fear that's more than just an overactive imagination as well. One adventurer has asked us, are we working nights or days at the beet harvest? We find out actually tomorrow, but we've supposedly we're working days this time, which I hope we are, because it was tough last year adjusting our schedule to nights.
Yeah, because we were getting maybe 3 to 4 hours of sleep working nights, because it's just so hard to sleep during the day.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Jackie gets her vitamin C out of the lesson tomato.
No. Jackie has an answer prepared. Yes. Yeah, I guess we should have a better answer prepared for the protein question.
Yeah.
But 15 years and no protein deficiency. So, and we do get our annual checkups. So yeah.
Patricia Lee, do you plan on coming home soon? Well, we were just in Washington.
Yeah, but
we tend not to tell everybody where we are.
Yeah, we did keep it really brief though.
Yeah, it was pretty
and
brief.
there was a lot of people we wanted to meet up with while we were back home, but we couldn't. We ran out of time.
Yeah.
People we wanted to go hiking with. We wanted to take pictures with you, Patricia, if you're watching. But that was one of your questions. And that's something we'll get to one of these times when we roll back home. We loved being home this time for sure, because the backpacking and like it was the time of year.
Yeah.
Like being in Washington in the summer is the greatest place on earth.
And the fire season and smoke were not that bad.
It was a good season. Yeah.
If you're wondering what's pulling my shirt right here, this is the microphone. Because this does kind of look a little weird.
Looks like you have like a necklace in there.
Yeah. This is my external pacemaker.
Yeah.
All right.
Hi, True North.
Jackie asked, are you coming to see me for my birthday, which is tomorrow? And she posted that yesterday. Well, here's your answer. We're here. So close yet so far away.
I know, Jackie, when we're done with the beet harvest, like things are going to be a whirlwind right here. But depending on what our next move is, which we don't know, we might try and come down south more closer to you and see if we can meet up. So stay tuned on that one because
Yeah.
it'd be awesome to do some rock hounding with you. You guys don't know Jackie. Um, she's just this wonderful person in the rockhound community. We've met up with her before. She's been on one of our videos, and she just knows a lot about rocks, and she's an awesome person.
And she likes to swing at midnight.
Yeah.
I guess that sounds bad.
That sounds bad. Yeah.
At a playground. Wait. Anyway, moving along.
That's how we knew Jackie was the perfect friend for us. Is we met up to go hunting at night for lights in the UP in Michigan, which are these UV reactive rocks. It's a form of sodalite, and we ended up playing on the playground.
She says I'm a swinger.
Gosh. All right, don't make that go downhill, guys. Come on now, Jackie, rein it in.
All right. Jackie also says, I'm curious as a single person who doesn't like people in my space. Sound a lot like us.
Yeah.
Do you two ever get sick of each other and just need a break or to do your own thing? Like, excuse me, but could you just stay here while I go to Walmart by myself? I mean, not really. I can't say that I get sick of you.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's
Everybody needs
all
their own
relative.
space. Yeah.
Yeah, I think like we like to go out on nature walks, go hiking and stuff. And I guess if we're feeling grumpy, we kind of just kind of do our own thing, I guess. Like you'll kind of go off, take your pictures, take your pictures,
Take my little pictures.
take your little pictures, and I just wander around aimlessly. So,
But yeah, honestly, we don't get in arguments that often at all. We like each other's company, and I love my wife and everything she does.
I mean, yeah, I don't want to sound unrealistic. Like
Yeah.
we're not real people that argue. It's just, I think we both have a similar mentality that life is short, and most arguments are usually a result of somebody being hungry, or maybe I'm kind of like a puppy. I need to be walked. Like I need I need to like get out and move around. If I'm just trapped in the car for too long, it's time for me to go on my walkies. So
Yeah. Hunger is probably the main cause of arguments between us.
yeah. Or the classic, what do you
want
to
to eat?
dinner? Yeah.
I don't know. What do you want to eat? Yeah.
So it happens, but as far as like needing a lot of space from each other, I think we've just kind of grown accustomed to always being around each other, and we've mastered the art of being alone together. Like we can each do our own thing, but be right next to each other. We're both in our heads a lot.
Yeah. Okay.
Did we miss some good stuff?
Did we say that we're probably working days?
Yeah. Oh, one adventure at a time. Are you working nights or days? We're working days. Yeah, we did talk about that.
Oh yeah, we did talk about that. So we find out tomorrow. All right. Anybody else got questions? We got answers. It's weird how it keeps getting dimmer and brighter in here.
When we set this up, that lamp was above my head initially, and I had this super funny joke that I was the one with all the great ideas, but now it's above Charlie's head, so he's the one with the great ideas. Hope you guys find that funny.
What is the best way to support you other than Patreon?
Oh,
Sharing our videos with other people.
yeah. I mean,
That's a great way to support us.
liking the video. Yeah, if you guys want to like this video right now, that helps the algorithm because if YouTube shares it to more people, then that helps increase our income. Um, Commenting is more than helping the algorithm. It's just like a moral support for us. Reading the comments is one of our favorite parts of this. It's so motivating. We've received some amazing comments. Like all those names here in this chat. I mean, seeing like the last three: Lisa, Deanne, Nick, other Nick, Jackie, Cheryl. All these people, all of you guys, have given us so much encouragement, and that is worth more than dollars. So that really pushes us very far.
Mo and Jed said buy merch. They are humble and won't say it. We honestly we don't make a lot off merch, like unless we sell a lot of merch. So that's honestly why we don't push the merch. The merch is just something cool to have.
Yeah, and actually, you mentioned that, Jen. We're putting some thoughts around merch on what we want to do. We want to, with our floppy hats, we want to put some logos on there. Maybe have some different kinds of logos. Maybe they don't all say the Adventure Closet, but maybe a cool something or other.
Yeah.
But that's something coming down the pipeline. It's just a dream right now. Other ways that you could support us.
I mean, if you want monetarily, we do also have a PayPal link down there.
Another thing I just said on a video that it hasn't been edited yet. Sorry, did you finish that thought?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm a reader. I love reading and I love sharing books. So I give books to practically everybody I meet. If I'm done with one and I feel like it's something they would love to, I will give them a book. So our address is always in the description of every video. So if you have a book you want me to read, please send it my way because that's a huge support because that's a book I don't have to buy. Plus, when somebody gives you a book, you're getting a window into their little world. So, and I guess readers would understand that. Like, if you read a book and you've gained something from it and you give it to somebody else, they're going to see what that other person gained from it and be like, oh, wow, that's super cool. And I'm glad they shared that with me.
Yeah.
So,
We got a couple other questions. I have books for you when you make it back here. Mo Jen said. How do you manage merch on the road? The merch we currently have, like in the little tray down there under the video, is actually just a website. It's pretty much print on demand. That's why we only make a couple pennies off of it because basically it's just us throwing up our logo and making the products available. Yeah, so that's how we manage the merch on the road. As for the hats, we need to figure that one out. And then Deanne asked, I wonder if you ever get claustrophobia. So the first night we hit the road in Goat, we both experienced a little bit of claustrophobia, and but then we cracked the windows and pulled out our fans, and it was great.
Yeah, and we haven't experienced that feeling again.
Yeah,
And
it
we've
was
had the
just the
windows
first
closed.
night. Yeah, I think it was just because it was getting warm and stuffy in there.
Yeah, and it was different. It's not like Opal, and your Opal is our home, and to not be an Opal is a weird feeling.
Yeah. And we inspired Adventure to Anywhere to look into the little free libraries in Florida. We actually found one in a very small town on the way, and it ended up just being kids' books. A lot of them are just kids' books,
Yeah,
but the
but
little free libraries are really cool.
it's fun because sometimes you find some real treasures in there. And yeah, I bet you guys have some Adventure to Anywhere just moved to a new area, which if you don't follow their channel, you should watch them and see where they moved to. But they probably have some very cool little libraries there. So yeah, hopefully you found some cool books.
Lisa says she wants to send you Kindle Books.
Oh yeah. So I don't have or what is that? What we have this e-reader.
It's
Charlie
a
always
Kindle.
loads it up to I swear I'm 90 years old, guys. So Charlie does all the technological stuff, but I'm making myself sound even older. But I do have an e-reader. I usually like paperback books, but I do read on the e-reader if he loads them up for me. Sometimes I have requests and I'm ridiculous, guys. So
I'll have to figure out about the sending Kindle Books, Lisa. I'm not honestly sure how that works. I just
yeah. But I think that's a good idea because it's a lot cheaper too
well, and
to share books
it
that
says
way.
17 books in the series. Are you gonna stick those in Goat?
Oh my gosh, yeah, exactly, exactly. Honestly, an e-reader is a more manageable, minimalist thing to have in a van or an SUV. So yeah, definitely, we'll
Says you
figure
can
that
read
out.
them on our phone too. Yeah, I read books on my phone, but uh, you'll have to figure out if you
Yeah,
can read on the e-reader.
I'll get with the times, guys.
She'll try it. Um, are you going to demo a Goat dismount? Oh, oh, yeah. I guess we didn't show how we get out.
We didn't.
It's
Huh?
quite the reverse of getting in. I have to contortion myself to get my Crocs on and then squeeze out the window. But yeah, I guess we'll have to throw that in a future video. I don't know if
Yeah,
we've
we might just kind
done
of
a
film it in
dismount.
passing, like on our next video when we get back on the road
Yeah.
after the beet harvest, and just kind of get a shot of us coming in and getting out. Um, yeah, I know I got more shots of us getting in, but not getting out, and that honestly is the hardest one. Getting out, yeah, and getting your shoes on. Yeah, we should get all the angles on that because you guys will find it hilarious.
It is very difficult getting in and out. Getting in is actually a little bit easier, but I think I need to do some more yoga.
Yeah, but we had to leave our yoga pads behind.
Yeah, didn't have room. Um,
For all that yoga we always do every day.
yeah. We mean well. We mean to do yoga.
We do.
Yeah,
We
we
really
are
do.
doing yoga.
The intention is there.
One advancer said, honestly, YouTube at review is so variable. Patreon has really helped us stay on the road. It's a steady income and small fees for the creator. Yeah, that's very true about YouTube. Like like if you donate through YouTube, YouTube takes 30% of that. So just so
Yeah.
you guys know that. Patreon is honestly the best way um, with the least amount of fees.
Yeah, and we try to make it worth our Patreon members while we do random giveaways. I wish we could do a giveaway every month to every one of them.
I know.
Uh, because I mean it's such a huge support to us. But yeah, our rock finds, sometimes we'll slip something extra in there that's interesting. And also our Patreon members know where we are in real time. We're usually not this close in time and video. Like I said, we're a week behind. Um, there was a time where we were like 3 months behind.
Oh yeah, we've been more than 3 months behind at times.
Yeah. So yeah, one adventure at a time. It's probably just Carrie tonight because Dave's working the night shift. Um, but you guys both, you can pass the word on to Dave, Carrie. You guys have inspired us from before we started van life and continue to. So Yeah, just wanted to give a little shout out to you guys.
Yeah. Any plans for future adventures? Well,
Us and plans.
yeah,
We have some and then we don't have some.
we honestly don't really plan very far ahead. We do actually have something planned, but it's not concrete yet, and that's what we'll talk about on Patreon first. When we get the plans more concrete,
Yeah,
but
which they will be. It's just,
yeah,
that don't count your chickens before they're hatched kind of thing.
yeah.
Just as much we don't want to set ourselves up for disappointment. We don't want to set up our viewers for disappointment. So,
But I mean, so like future plans, like when we leave the beet harvest, we don't know what we're doing. We are eventually making our way back to Washington State for doctor's appointments, but honestly, we don't know how we're getting there or which way we're taking. We like to take different ways, so we may. It'll definitely be different than the ways we've been, the way we came, and the way we came last time.
yeah.
But
I got to
yeah,
tell you guys, coming this different way was so awesome.
it
Like,
was really eye-opening.
really far north, North Dakota is
They'll
something.
find out.
I shouldn't give it away.
Don't be spoiling everything.
Yeah, but it was top notch. It was
Yeah,
good.
we were surprised with what we found in North Dakota, which
We
that's a
always are.
statement we never thought we'd
I,
say. Although,
I
yeah, we did say that last time too,
remember
in the
that.
winter.
What national park was that?
Theodore Roosevelt National
Theodore.
Park.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
good. That was blew my mind.
Okay, and then we got um are you planning any collaborations with this time?
Um.
And then who would you pick to collaborate with?
Okay. So, Cheryl at Soul Adventurous asked that question, and uh, there's so many people we want to collaborate with. We are hoping to meet up with one adventure at a time while we're in, like, we are so close to each other right now. I don't know if we'll be able to do a collaboration because we're all so busy,
Yeah.
but we might have them say hi to you guys on camera if we can meet up with them. So that would be like a more immediate one. But yeah, there's so many people we've been wanting to go see Sean, Outdoor Adventures with Fade.
Mhm.
He's a rock hound over in Wisconsin.
Yeah, there's a lot that we would like to collaborate with. It's just we're so wishy-washy on what we do. Like they would have to be understanding and be like, "Hey, we can be there in like 2 days."
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
because we change our minds all the time. We'll be heading one direction, and then all of a sudden we're somewhere else.
Yeah. Um, Lisa said, "You two have inspired me to want to try the van life. Being disabled, it's hard for me, but it's a way for me to get out and see the world." We've actually met uh, uh, at least a couple disabled people that are doing the van life thing. We've met this guy in Colorado that has one leg, and he's in a wheelchair, and he lives full time and in a Honda Element with his cat.
Yeah. Super inspiring guy,
Yeah.
and he still goes out hiking. He'll go out on hiking trails. If he comes to like a log that's blown over, he'll hop over it, haul his wheelchair over, and keep going. And people will pass him and be like, "How did you get here?" So
Yeah.
a lot of the disabled people you'll meet are some of the toughest people you'll meet because they've
Mhm.
already been through some hard stuff. So, like, yeah, Lisa, you can do anything. And yeah, I know you're extra tough too.
Have you thought of doing commercials? How does that work with YouTube? So we've thought about doing commercials with YouTube, but the thing we don't want to happen is like with my photography business, I did Facebook ads and I've paid for Facebook ads. And once you pay for Facebook ads, the only way you get seen is to pay for more Facebook ads. Like they shut you down like completely on Facebook. And I really don't want YouTube to shut us down. We've got good steady growth that's 100% organic. We don't advertise, and we're doing okay with YouTube without doing commercials. And we don't want YouTube to stop showing everybody our stuff just because we paid them once.
And I mean, that's why we're doing things like the beet harvest, and we did that DigiKey job. Is even though we're getting a little bit of income from YouTube and a little bit of income from Patreon, we still need to make enough money to keep going. And we're okay with that. We're okay with having to stop for a couple months here and there, make some money, keep moving, because this YouTube channel is our passion project. And if we're not growing it the way that we want to grow it, which is organically and true and strong, we have some of the best viewers that anybody could ask for.
Yeah.
And if we can keep that going, even if it's going to move at a small pace, that's fine with us. We'll do the extra work on the side to keep this alive and moving forward at any speed it needs to go, really.
Yeah. And we don't mind taking jobs to keep this going, to keep putting out videos for you guys.
Yeah, I mean, that's how we were able to get through Canada.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a nice tool to be able to do this.
Yeah.
Did we miss anything else?
Cole asks, has living in a van and being exposed to new perspectives on life changed or reinforced your political views? We don't really talk about politics. Like Gen X Fan Life said, we don't really talk about politics or religion. Not honestly, living in a van and being exposed to new perspectives on life has really, opened our eyes to like what am I saying? The way certain people do this lifestyle. Like we learn so much from other people. Like it's kind of great.
Yeah, it's kind of great to remove politics from our vocabulary, I guess. That's how van life has changed our views on politics, I guess, is that we kind of care less about politics and more about people and the things we're interested in. And, I think you run into some people that are kind of still in it, and it's kind of eye-opening listening to somebody when all they want to talk about is politics and their views, and they want to make sure that you share the same views with them.
It is amazing how often the subject just completely derails to just normal conversation and goes to politics.
It's kind of disappointing.
It is.
Like you can be having an awesome conversation,
and then somebody's just like brings up, politics, whatever they are, and it's just like, okay, well, I really don't want to talk about politics, period. So can we just go back to what we were talking about? By then it's too late.
Yeah. And people kind of put you in a bucket if you share political views with them. It's like, okay, they're in this bucket and I'm in this bucket, so we can't be friends.
Yeah.
But maybe I'm stereotyping, but that's been our experience.
Yeah.
And I don't like it. I'd rather not even be involved in it at all.
Yeah. Politics suck the fun out of things. They do suck the fun out of things.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd rather
I,
talk about like cool places to go and
yeah, rocks.
yeah.
Like, what's the
Where'd you
coolest
camp for
rock you
free?
found lately? Yeah.
Yeah. But
Fishing. Did you guys hear about my fish?
yeah, the
Yeah.
87 footer.
I probably mentioned it twice. I've mentioned it twice so far in this live, but that's not enough. Those are the things we like to talk about.
Yeah. Adventures.
Beats and rocks.
Beats and
Yeah,
rocks.
beats are a lot of fun to talk about.
Yes.
Ask us in 2 weeks.
I'm actually looking forward to the beet harvest this time. Just because we know what to expect.
Yeah, we are a little more cool, calm, and collected going into this beet harvest because we've done it before. So we're veterans at this now.
Yeah.
So we don't have any like jitters or anything. It's gonna be fine. Piece of cake.
Ron wants campfire video.
I know we keep talking about it, and it's always easier for us to do lives when we end up in a hotel because we have steady internet access. We have a very cheap cell phone plan that doesn't really give us the great signal out and about. So, but campfire chats would be nice.
Yeah, campfire chats would be
I do
nice.
miss that.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Oh, True North said, "Have I ever gone salmon fishing?" So I'm from Washington. Yes, I've been salmon fishing. It's a lot of fun. Only thing that I have a hard time with is you are shoulder to shoulder with people on the river when the salmon are running sometimes, and I'm more of a go out fishing by myself, kind of be out there kind of person. So that's why I don't do a lot of salmon fishing, but man, there's nothing that will fight more that I've ever caught than a salmon.
Yeah, I've been salmon fishing out of a canoe once too. On the river with one of my old bosses.
Oh, did you catch anything?
I snagged a salmon.
Oh, that's a no-go.
Yeah, I didn't realize that didn't count. I was like, "Why are you throwing that back?" He's like, "Because you snagged that." I'm like, "Oh, I'm not the fisherman type."
Yeah, you're not supposed to keep a salmon. If you snag it rather than it being hooked in the mouth, then you need to send it back because it's not an honorable way of catching a fish.
Yeah.
So,
Well, Spain says, would love to meet up with you guys for some rock hounding.
where are you, Melissa? What part of this beautiful world? We might be able to make that happen.
Nicole's doing the Fargo beet harvest this year.
Oh, nice. Good.
Sturgeon fishing.
Actually, when we were dating, we went sturgeon fishing.
Yeah. Was it your brother that got the charter?
Yeah.
So we went on a chartered sturgeon fishing, and on the Columbia River, and we got what was it, 6-foot sturgeon?
It was pretty big. It was so big, like all four of us were reeling it in. We took turns so that we could all have that experience, but it was
half
needed.
an hour to reel that sucker in too.
Yeah.
And when the guy was hooking up the bait on the line, I was like, "You realize this bait's bigger than any fish I've caught, right?"
So yeah, actually, I take that back. A sturgeon will give the best fight over any fish I've ever caught.
Yeah.
But that was a group effort to catch that fish, and that was so fun. I would love to do that again.
I keep getting out of frame. We'll fix it next time so that it's horizontal. I don't know why it went vertical. It just didn't like me.
Yeah, I'm the one that set up the thing, so I probably screwed it up.
One of Asher says, "Hey, what do you call an uncool beet?"
Ooh, you can't stack it. If it's uncool, it's got to be the right temperature.
A square root.
A square root. That's a new one right there.
Melissa's in Kent.
Oh, in Kent. Okay.
All right.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, next time because we're in northern Washington is where we're from, a town called Darrington. If you're from Kent, you might have heard of it. It's kind of up in the mountains there, but we've been really wanting to go down and spend some time in Oregon, and do a lot of collaborations with some rockhounds down there. But we'd be going through Kent, so that might be a good one. So yeah, if you want to message us for your contact information, our email is Liz, or which
email?
Actually, a good way is through Facebook Messenger or Instagram Messenger, at the Adventure Closet. That would be a good way if you're on either of those social medias.
They're linked below.
Yeah.
What? Oh, we need to fix that so that's a link.
Oh, and we're finding extra homework.
Yeah. Vancouver, Washington represent. Nice. Clarkston, Washington. Everybody in Washington.
Kokanee salmon snagging season, New Mexico. That's funny. They call it salmon snagging season over in Washington too. So I'm sure that happens all places.
Following you on Instagram. Yeah, Instagram would be great.
Clarkston, Washington, represent. We still got to go see you guys, Carolyn.
Gold Bar, Washington. A lot of Washington.
Cole mentioned, and a lot of folks from the PNW here love it. That's, I mean, where we're from, obviously, but our channel for the first year was just us hiking around Washington State and looking at rocks. And
Ron's from Lake Stevens.
Then it evolved to van life and still hiking around looking at rocks. Some things never change. Yeah, awesome. That's cool. I mean, yeah, it's cool seeing how many people all over the world watching us, and really humbling. That's awesome. Anybody would take the time to, like, instead of turn on Netflix and watch something cool, like they'd rather just watch us do something silly, go on some silly adventure.
Hi, Guinevere.
Hey. Guinevere used to live in the town we're from, and then she decided to move to beautiful Kentucky.
It was 80 degrees in Minnesota today. So no, it was not cold, and it's a little muggy. Ever go to Port Townsend for beach glass?
Maybe when I was a kid,
yeah,
but
not in a long time.
That sounds like so much fun. Port Townsend is over on the Olympic Peninsula, and it's probably one of the most beautiful towns you'll ever see. It's just so cool next to the salt water in Washington.
South side of Grand Canyon. Snow where we were hiking in Rogers Pass.
And snow's starting to come. We were noticing that coming through Montana, looking up in the mountains. It's coming. The fall colors are in full swing, though. It was a beautiful drive.
Yeah. Lisa says, I feel bad for being from Portland. Don't feel bad being from Portland. Portland's a nice place.
Portland was our favorite city for the longest time, and now we have like several favorite cities. And for us to even make that statement that we have a favorite city says a lot.
Portland gets a bad rap,
but
it's not a bad city.
Mm-mm. No, it's a beautiful city full of history.
It's been a while since we've been through Portland, but I'd still say it's a good city.
Yeah, and they have like the best food. Like,
oh yeah, there's some pretty good food places there.
Yeah, like the Gorgonzola cheese fries from that one place.
I don't even remember where that I think it's a steakhouse or something in Portland that has Gorgonzola cheese fries.
We had like the best breakfast of our life there.
Oh yeah.
And there's so many interesting people and interesting art. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Another, one thing, not to go back to politics, but I heard that Charlie's like, no, but, people are not their government. People are, thinking that way, that people are not politics. If you can put those things aside and look at something for what it is, I mean, I hope that makes sense.
I don't know.
Obviously, it's a difficult subject for us to skirt around because we don't like it, but
Yeah.
Lisa, take that one to heart.
Deanne says, who would have ever thought you guys would have this life? Love how you guys have created such a beautiful life. Honestly, yeah. we didn't think that we'd last doing this van life travel thing, and
We thought maybe a month or two and we'd want a real bed.
I thought 3 tops. I was optimistic for 3 months, and now we're going on to year 3. And yeah, it's definitely changed our lives doing this.
Well, I mean, if we were still doing our normal jobs, we'd get maybe 2 weeks of vacation a year, and it would be spent going to one destination, and we'd have to pick 2 or 3 things we can do in that one destination. And we've had several lifetimes full of experiences in these last 2 years, and it's cost us a lot less than it would otherwise, because we're camping for free. If we got to stay put until we have enough money for gas to go further, we do that. It's a way different lifestyle and a way different way of thinking about finances and everything.
We have never been so poor as we are now, yet we feel so rich because
Yeah.
of all the time we have.
Yeah.
It's kind of great.
And doing jobs we never thought we would. And like we're set up in a hotel. We're not paying for this hotel.
Yeah.
And we're going to be paid to like run this cool machine and stack beats for a couple of weeks and meet some cool people that also live in their vans.
Yeah, it's kind of like a reunion too. We're meeting up with a lot of people that we had worked with last year.
Yeah, just getting to the hotel, we saw
Yeah.
several familiar faces, and it's really cool.
Yeah. One adventures on potato jokes now.
Uh-oh.
What do you call a fake potato?
They're giving away hints of what they're doing, what their harvest is. I didn't want to give it away, but you gave it away, Carrie.
An imitator. Fake potato.
Oh, we're gonna have to come up with some good potato jokes for them. What do we
Freedom
call
is
a fake potato?
unmatchable.
An
Yes.
imitator. That is so good. What did you just read? Oh,
Freedom is unmatchable.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's that.
it is.
That's the thing. Is like we got out on the road, and all of a sudden, all the choices were ours, and there was no time frame that we had to be back or
Yeah.
you know, I mean, money is still a dictator of our,
Is that a
how
potato
far we
joke?
can go. Yes, that was a potato joke. All right. But yeah, we still, everybody's ruled by the dollar or, yeah.
Yeah.
But we're ruled less by it because we don't need as much to live and live well.
Which is crazy, like to think that we can drive as much as we do and still spend less than if we had to drive to work every day and pay for rent and you know car payment and all that other stuff. Super Dave says experiences are so much more valuable than things. That's
Hmm.
very true.
Yep. Making
Yeah.
deposits in the memory bank every single day that we're on the road.
Yeah.
And it's just, I wouldn't trade that for anything. And yeah, there's always going to be the what ifs. And we get that a lot from people that are concerned about us, living this lifestyle that isn't quite mainstream. But the pros way outweigh the cons.
Yeah.
I can't ever envision going back to a desk and doing that every day. Um, it was hard. It was hard on my body. It was hard on my mind.
If you don't know, Liz was an insurance agent um, in her previous life before this van life thing happened.
In the last chapter.
And you know, she would get so stressed out that she would she would literally cry. Um, and it was it really sucked to see that she was so invested in that job that it would bring her to tears at points.
I thought I loved it because I was so invested in it.
Yeah.
But
And I worked IT before this, and I was really good at doing as little as possible for the job. Like I was professional at. I mean, I was good at my job, but I was also good at not doing my job.
yeah, no, this has been life changing, and if you guys ever see us quit this lifestyle of seeing the world, come shake us and remind us why we're here doing it.
Oh, you can just look at all our videos. Typical
Yeah.
IT. Yeah, typical IT. Turn it off and on. Maybe you should try that. Bad day at van life far outweighs good day working in the office. That's very true.
Absolutely. We kind of had a funny incident today where we got here for the beet harvest, and tomorrow is our orientation, and we needed a second document for proving our identity. And I thought it was in my purse, and I left it in Washington. So and they won't let you work. And we drove all the way from Washington to Minnesota to do this job. And like that could have, ruined our whole experience here. But instead, we instantly jumped into how really changed our attitude on life that, everything's fixable. There's a solution for just about everything. And, it doesn't have to make or break your day.
Yeah.
Because we were prepared. We were just going to go back to Washington and work for Amazon, which
Well, we don't want to
we
do.
don't want to do. But that's always a fallback plan. There's going to always be Amazon, and there's always going to be McDonald's, right?
Yeah. There's always McDonald's.
Working hard at hardly working. That's the IT lifestyle.
That's right.
Act like you're busy.
Ron says Naked and Afraid should help us with hunger problems. They go 21 days with no food, so you're not going to starve to death as soon as you might think.
True.
Yeah.
True.
Or you just get really hangry.
Yeah. You do kind of learn, the more you go without something like that, you kind of realize how far you can go. That's really a perfect analogy right there, Ron. Yeah, we live this very minimal lifestyle, and realize that it makes you realize how far you can push yourself.
Yeah.
And us both being raised by single mothers, like, we know how to be poor. We know how to make meals out of like poor people food. Like,
Stop ramen.
it's easy for us, and it's actually kind of comforting, like that we know we can always scrounge up something. We're not going to starve.
All right, we should probably
Are
think
we
about
at our
wrapping
hour?
that up.
Okay.
Any other questions from you guys before we call it a video? We tried to keep it about an hour, but we've gone over.
Did you just send a heart out?
I just sent a heart to us.
Okay, Charlie's being annoying now.
Look at all these hearts I'm sending us. We've got hearts coming in. Oh, see, that's not me. Somebody else is doing it.
Yeah. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, thank you everybody for being here. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, and we're gonna try and do more of these lives down the road and do the campfire chats like we used to do before.
Yeah.
Because yeah, we both enjoy those a ton. And plus it's fun to put a little stick with a marshmallow out for you guys sometimes.
Yeah.
So even though you sometimes can't see it in the video.
What's that floating white thing?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Thanks for coming along
Well,
and enjoy our coming videos. And again, Patreon will be doing that announcement very, very soon in the coming weeks, plus that giveaway. So stay tuned, everybody. We love you.
that was fun.
Well, that was fun. Bye now.
Bye now.
And I'll just keep smiling until you stop.